what we've done here is cleared out a little bit of space just here for one of the survivors. I'm going to leave this bed in place here at the moment because we actually haven't unlocked these beds as yet. And they're actually giving us some of our current comfort level, so we don't want to destroy those as yet. It's all good and well to want to wander around and clean up your base, but just make sure you don't destroy things that are actually already in place there. So what we'll do now is head to our crafting menu and we'll craft a summoning staff and one of those in place right there. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put the carpenter over here because he requires a little bit more space for his equipment. Alright, close that. Now, what we needed to do last time, and we didn't get around to it as yet, was craft a charcoal kiln for our blacksmith. And what we'll do there is we'll put it in place. And as I mentioned before, the reason we were utilizing this space was so that we had a lot of room for all of these guys' equipment. So if we head in and look at our recipes here, charcoal is what we'll be needing first of all, because if you recall just a moment ago when we looked at the forge, we needed 10 charcoal for that. We do have wood logs already, but we don't have charcoal. So what we'll do is grab a few of our wood logs. And some of our dirt. Those in place, and you can see there that we have a little timer up the top, which is pretty handy. Just lets us know how much time we've got left until what we're crafting is complete. And what we'll be able to do once we've got some charcoal in place is we'll be able to craft the forge, and we'll receive notification of some new recipes that will be available for that once we've done so. Now if we just do a quick little check-in with who has us wanting to do missions for them. The hunter was telling us that there was another ancient vault that was somewhere nearby and believed that it housed another sleeping survivor. Recovering this survivor could aid in food production and cultivation. So it sounds like a farmer would be available. If we look at where that is, oh yes it is, there it is right there. So if we set that as our waypoint, we might actually be able to make it most of the way there from the ancient Spire of Springlands. So we'll put that as our primary thing to do at the moment. In terms of getting anything done with the hunter, we already crafted our small backpack in the second episode. In terms of arrows, we really don't need any at the moment. We've got enough, and we've found so far that the enemies we've come up against are not too bad, and we're not really heading too far over to the other side of the map, so we really don't need really crazy arrows as yet. And we've managed to loot quite a few anyway because we're stopping all the time and looting. So apart from that, all she really required was the drying rack, which we already did earlier, and we've already crafted ourselves a whole host of dry fur, so we're pretty much caught up there with her. We pop over and speak to Balthazar the Alchemist. What he's looking for. Trusty mortar is lost. I suspect it is in my tower in Lone Thistle. in the deepest depths. Please find it for me, and my abilities will be much greater with it in hand. Alright, so we've got a new quest there for that. In terms of what he wants us to craft, we're really not doing a magic build, so we really don't need to worry about it. We do have a grinding stone here, so we might craft one of those. It's already with equipment we've got plenty of flintstone. Being that we had a look at that earlier on and we knew that it was close by. And once we've actually got the mortar in place that the alchemist is requesting of us, we'll be able to craft things like bug dust, glow dust, and also shroud cores. So we can spend some of those shroud spores that we've got and craft them into a shroud core, which is pretty handy. And a warm white glowing substance. Not really sure what that's for. We've got a few of the parts that we need for that, but not really a lot, and we don't really know what it's about as yet, so we'll leave that. And as you'll see, there's a bit of a theme with most of the survivors where you can look at what they craft for you, and they only craft weapons at a low level. So he wants to craft us a level 5 weapon, but we've been finding level 6, level 7, level 8 weapons, so we're not too concerned with wanting to craft anything with him as yet. If I was doing a alchemist or a magic build, I may want to investigate here and perhaps build myself an outfit, but I think we'll wait for that. And once we've got everything up and running in terms of making our base a little bit cooler, we can build some books, and we do have some old books to craft some of those, which are in one of our chests, which is not a magic chest, so it's not sharing or showing up right now. So in terms of that, we're pretty much caught up with him.
My favourite patron.
And Kate Hawthorne, the carpenter, Flameborn, you've got that spark. We share a passion, don't we? Architecture, art, grave robbing. Preserving forgotten beauty. It's rumoured that our queen was buried, although none know where, alongside her curios. She's got no use for him now, she's dead, so why not go exploring? So he wants us to go somewhere and explore the queen's tomb, and we'll have a look at that in a little while. Now in terms of crafting here, our carpenter wants a kiln. Now we haven't come across clay as yet, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But one thing that he does have for us, which is going to be fantastic, is a advanced glider, and that's a level 10 glider. So you'll see it's got 150 range, 15 speed, and 4 stamina per second. So we'll have to find, the hardest thing for that will be shroud sacks, and we don't know how to find them as yet, so we'll have to look into that. And everything here that he crafts is mainly stuff that's just going to make our base look good. So we're not overly concerned with that. What we do want to craft is that advanced glider as fast as possible, because the faster we can get around via our ancient spires, where previously we could fly to here, we may be able to fly somewhere almost over here to our waypoint, for example. So it's just going to make things a lot easier for us to actually get around the map. Alright, so I think that will be it for the moment. What we'll do is we'll quickly head in and get rid of any of the items that we don't require. And next time when we catch up, what we'll do is we will head, as I mentioned, up to the north. We'll head to the waypoint that we have pinged there, and we'll then head over to get the Alchemist mortar by way of Lone Thistle. Alright, well, once again, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Glitch Gaming.